so the academic who talked about it, he was actually just referencing somebody else's work. And so this concept of post-truth era comes from the work of Ralph Keyes. Okay? And Ralph Keyes talks about how we have now created this new dialogue surrounding euphemisms, and how we have broken away from the dichotomy of truth and fiction. We've broken away from nonfiction, fiction, truth and fact, truth and lies. We've broken away from that to become accepting of this ideology of euphemisms. Okay? And so post-truth, as it relates here, is denoting circumstances where objective facts are less influential, right, than how we feel. So this post-truth era of euphemisms, we don't call things for what they are. Okay? So we have broken away from this ideology of using truth and speaking truth to power because we don't want to hurt people's feelings. Or because we try to spin the narrative to present something in a different way. And we see this all the time. The person's not a liar, but they are challenged. So we see this one to say, well, the truth is just temporarily unavailable at this time. But the irony of why we're here this morning is there are some very simple universal truths, okay, as to why we're here. And that's what we're going to focus on this morning. We're going to talk about 3 truths, okay, this morning. And we're going to get away from, I'm going to use this quote of Keyes. We're going to get away from what Keyes says is that when enough of us are peddling fantasies, then society loses its grip and its grasp on reality. So when you peddle enough of the untruths, when you spin enough of those, we start losing our grips on reality. And we see this so very, very obviously in social media. Right? So we're constantly comparing our inner selves to others' outer selves, to their highlight reel on social media. Right?
Well, I didn't get to go to Caracas this weekend. I stayed at home.
And we're constantly battling, okay, with that. Here. So we're going to talk about the truths that help us come away from these battles, that help us come away from these fantasies. And we're going to break free from these things this morning. So I'm a researcher. So much of what I do is researching the things that I believe, okay? Researching to validate things. Okay? And we are told in Psalms that for the word of the Lord is right, and all his works are done in truth. And that's what we're going to speak about this morning, is the things that are done in truth. There are 3 things that are done in truth that we're going to talk about this morning. So the scripture tells us it's accurate, that it's upright, and that it's true. There's no agenda. There's no playing politics. Okay? It is very, very clear what this statement, the scripture is telling us. And the first thing that we're going to talk about in truth is the truth of hard work. I'm a die-hard Zeta, so I apologize for other groups in the room. My mother is a Delta, so I love my Deltas in the room as well. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is this concept of hard work. And hard work is one of those components that is a universal truth. Okay? You cannot take away from someone's hard work. You cannot demean their hard work. How does that even sound? Well, you know, she's a real hard worker. That doesn't sound right for us, right? It's not demeaning to say that someone is a hard worker. Okay? And so hard work is that first universal truth. And many of the recipients in the room here tonight and this morning are here because of the hard work that you put in, whether it's to your academics, whether it's to your community, your churches. You are here because of the hard work that you put in. And so what we need to make sure that we know with hard work is the truth in your actions comes from the consistency of your efforts. Let me say it again. The truth in your actions comes from the consistency of your efforts. So your hard work is done in truth. Your hard work is done from the consistency of your efforts, right? up and go to the pancake, kitchen and serve pancakes one weekend and then not do it the next week. We are consistently serving. We are consistently working hard. That's the first of the truths that we're going to talk about today. What we know is that, I broke away from what I wanted to say and go into the story. Okay, so I talk in narrative, I do a lot of storytelling. And what we know with this concept of truth and effort is that other people will try to belittle it, but they can't, right? I was told, I just made tenure, for those of you who are academic. But I was told that in that journey toward tenure, my colleagues were told that they shouldn't work with me. Okay? I'm being transparent with you. My colleagues were told by senior administrators that they shouldn't work with me because I had too much on my plate. And so I thought, I said, too much on my plate, but, my student evaluations are really good. I'm publishing, I'm getting grant money. What do you mean, too much on my plate? I don't understand, too much on my plate. And then it dawned on me that they were trying to belittle the hard work that I was using. And then it dawned on me even more that, well, you know what? Maybe my plate is just a little bit larger than yours. Yes. So when we're looking at the concept of hard work, okay, while it is universal, it's also relative. Okay? My level of hard work could be a dinner plate. Your level of hard work could be a salad plate. So let's learn that concept. All right. The second concept of truth that we're going to speak about is academic achievement. And as an educator, I'm going to be very honest with you, as an educator, there may be a relationship between hard work and academic achievement, okay? But sometimes there's not. Oftentimes we want to believe that there is, right? Students have worked very, very hard, and then they've achieved. Well, for other students, sometimes that hard work's not necessary. Sometimes it just comes naturally. Okay? God gives us certain gifts. Okay? He gives more gifts to others, and it's our job to take care of those gifts and to multiply those gifts, right? It's the Matthew principle. He gives you 5, you come back with 10. That makes him happy. Okay? He gives you 5, you keep all 5. That doesn't make him happy. Okay? So I was one of those students who didn't have to work hard. Okay? Both my parents were teachers. I knew the system. I knew how to operate in school. I knew how I was supposed to behave. I knew what I was supposed to do. Right? So I didn't have to work hard. Okay? My friends actually teased me and called me the walking Britannica encyclopedia. The 80s babies, 90s, remember that? The Britannica series? Okay. So I was the walking Britannica series is what my friends teased me in high school. Because I just knew all these random facts. I just knew random things. Okay? And so I never had to study because I just knew stuff. Okay? When I got to college, we'll talk about that. When I got to college, I operated in the same context that I did in high school. I didn't study. I didn't have to work hard for stuff. I just expected it to come naturally, just like it did when I was in school. Okay? Well, after a 1.18 GPA, my first semester. Yeah, so after that first semester where I got a 1.18 GPA, I was like, work is this? And so it dawned on me that I actually had to invest more to get a better outcome. Okay? So my story, my collegiate career started with struggle. Okay? Academic achievement came naturally to me until I was challenged with something different. And I had to work harder at that. So oftentimes, we celebrate the hard work that students put in. And we celebrate academic achievement as we should celebrate those things. And so I want us to be reminded that for many students, that hard work is not always necessary. So that's what makes those of you who are the scholarship recipients today that much more important. Because you are achieving now. Your work that you put in now has afforded you the recognition that you're getting today. And I want us to remind you that's very, very important. And no one can take that from you. That is, again, one of those truths that cannot be taken from you. The third truth and final truth is a universal truth. Kindness. Humane treatment. And this is a universal truth no matter which holy book that you're reading. Okay? And Surah 107, Okay, we see that woe unto those who do good deeds to be seen by men. In Psalms, or Proverbs, I'm sorry. In Proverbs 11, a generous man will prosper. He who refreshes others will himself be refreshed. One man gives freely and gains even more. Another withholds unduly but comes to poverty. It is a universal truth to treat each other kindly. It is a universal truth to be humane to each other. You cannot take that away, no matter how you spin it, no matter what S-hole country you come from. You cannot spin the universal truth of kindness. Very simply put, the more you give out, the more will come back to you. Very simply, in the simplest of terms, the more you give, the more will be returned unto you. And this is really going to blow your mind. Because this is biologically and physiologically supported in research. Remember what I did? I'm a researcher. Okay. So this is biologically and physiologically supported in research. The University of UNC Chapel Hill did a study some years ago. And they found in their study that there is actually a physiological connection between our social relationships that provide positive social and emotional interactions and how we do physically. Okay? So literally, let me read this for you. So literally, the vagus nerve and positive emotions have a relationship, and that the nerve connects social contact with positive emotions that occur from the interactions we have with each other. Researchers found that they were able to literally change people's heart rate variability based on how frequently they were interacting with others in a social setting, how positive that interaction was. Okay, so for those of you, my science people in the room, who know what your heart rate variability is connected to, okay, well, the higher your heart rate variability, the lower your risk for heart disease and cardiovascular illnesses. The higher your heart rate variability, the lower your likelihood of developing illnesses like type 2 diabetes. There is a physiological connection between how we socially interact with each other in a positive and kind way in our bodies. So the sheer act of consistently socially engaging in a positive way distinctly improves our physiological wiring. So this was supported with scientific research in 2003, but we didn't need that scientific study, did we? Because he already said, the word is right. The word is accurate. The word is upright. He already told us that when you do these things, goodness will come back on you. He already told us. He already told us, when you give freely, you will gain much. So we didn't need the study to support that, but it does. So what we know is that his word is correct, his word is accurate, his word is upright, and his works are done in truth. And so this morning we completely and we utterly celebrate those of you who are recipients of the awards today. The truth in your hard work, the truth in your academic achievement, the truth in your humane treatment of others, and the kindness that you are giving through service are things that cannot be taken away from you. They cannot be spun. They cannot be euphemized. They cannot be taken away from you. So today I want to make sure that we are reminded that all that you do is done in truth, and that your work has brought you here to be recognized for those things that you have done in truth. Thank you.